Hey guys, this is Carly from Southeast Virginia Bushcraft. Today I'm out in my backyard. I'm gonna take my wife, and she wanted to learn how to start a fire with a ferro rod. So I'm gonna get the items together that we need, take her over to the fire pit, and we're gonna do a little playing around, gather up some kindling, and let's see how she does. Alright guys, so here we are. Donna has collected her tinder. She's using dryer lint as her tinder, and she's got some pine needles. She's taking her ferro rod and scraping the black paint off. New ferro rod. She's got her tinder bundle set to the side, ready to go, and she's got a little bit bigger tinder set next to that. So all she's doing is prepping her ferro rod, and should be ready to go to set her fire, or to start a fire. Alright, so take your ferro rod, stick the tip right down there close to your thing, and you're going to pull back on the ferro rod and leave your striker in the same spot. There you go. Alright, you can take and there you go. Alright, now take your alright, now start adding your smaller kindling. So that's our first time ever using a ferro rod. Now don't smother your fire out. Make sure you build it up to where it's still getting plenty of oxygen. Lay your smaller pieces in there. When the flames are coming up through, then you can go ahead and add more, which you still got plenty of flame coming through. So you can go ahead and add your tinder. Alright, let that burn. I don't think you got it into a pile before you start throwing your tinder on there, but we still got a little wind blowing to kind of use to our advantage. Still got some pine straw that hadn't burned up yet. Now the wind's blowing from the right. Now all the stuff that's to the right, because it's upwind, isn't going to burn. So you need to make sure that the wind is blowing the fire towards your kindling.
You mean your right?
My left.
This stuff?
It's blowing from the other side. There you go. It's blowing from that side. So you want use the wind to your advantage and blow it to your fuel. Alright, stop playing with it and just let it burn. Let the wind and nature do what it does. The wind's going to blow across where that fire is and blow the heat into your kindling, or into your tinder, or your kindling. catch kindling on fire. Give it a little blow. There you go. And once you got the flames, see now the flames are coming up through your kindling. You can take the sticks that are laying around that aren't working for you. No, not those. The smaller ones that you've already got in there, and lay them on top. Nice and easy. Make them work for you. Use your hands.
I would if I didn't have plastic attached to me right now.
There you go. So you just, the sticks that are laying around that aren't working for you, make them work for you. Add them to the fire. Might be easier on you if you go upwind, so the heat and smoke's not blowing to you. Then you've got some little twigs over there to your right. You just add them to the fire. Alright, and once the flames are coming up, so it's going pretty good now, you can go ahead and add some of the thicker tinder that you got over there. Now remember which way the wind's blowing. So you want to lay your tinder in a position that the fire is blowing to the wind, or the wind is blowing the fire to the tinder. Make nature work for you, so you don't have to work too hard. What was that? Got a little warm on your head?
Yes. I don't have much hair. I need to let it, what's there, not be burnt off.
See, by throwing it, you're not controlling it. So you want to place your sticks in your fire right where you want them to be, instead of, throwing them in there. But that was a great job for your first time. There you go. Now you've got what is called a sustainable fire. Once you're at this point, you've got enough fuel on your fire that it will burn for a while. So you can actually walk away from your fire, go get you some bigger logs. This is gonna burn down to a nice little bed of coals, but hopefully you'll be back in time with bigger, tender, bigger logs to put on your fire. You just add to it, and you got a good start to a campfire. That'll, as long as you keep adding fuel to it, get bigger logs, you got a fire that'll burn all night.
Thank you very much.
I mean, I'm sitting back about, I don't know, 3 foot away from the fire, and I can feel the heat. Nice, nice and toasty right here. The fire circle, or the fire pit, is about 5 foot wide or so. So, good job on your first fire, baby.
Thank you.
Now go get some more wood so we can sit out here the rest of the night.
I'll be waiting for you right here.
Hi guys, well this is Carly from Southeast Virginia Bushcrafting, and as you can see, still got the fire that Donna made for the first time using a Ferrocerium rod and a striker. She used dryer lint for the her tinder base, which lit up like a charm, and pine needles, of course, they burn great. The key is, had she just had her fire, her dryer lint and the pine needles, and got the fire going, it would have burned up quickly, as you saw just by that and the placement of the tinder on the fire. We almost lost it, but just with a little bit of manipulation, knowing which way your wind's blowing from, manipulating things a little bit, it won't be a disaster. We just had a heavy rainfall not too long ago, so everything's not perfectly dry, but it wasn't bad. So she just manipulated things around a little bit, got a fire going. I can still feel the heat nice and strong on my back, even though it's just a small fire. You know, like they say, white man build big fire, sit way back. Red man build small fire, sit close. So it's kind of up to you. You take what you learn, do what you want to with it. This is what we're all out here for. You guys have a good day. Alright, so, you know, it's been 10-15 minutes or so. We haven't added any additional wood to the fire. Went over and cleaned up some wild garlic that we picked out of the yard. As you can see, the fire still got some nice hot coals there. Wouldn't be any problem at all to add a few more, a little bit more kindling and some logs to bring that right back to life. And there you have it. I just wanted to show y'all the coal bed that Donna did. And let's keep in mind too, my wife Donna just had surgery Friday. Today's Sunday. So she had, you know, total reconstruction done after cancer. And so this just goes to show, you know, with the proper equipment or proper knowledge, and very little equipment, I should say, this is something that can be done very simple. You know, anybody can do it. Ferrocerium rod is great. You know, there's multiple methods of starting a fire. Flint and steel, bow drills, you know, things of that nature. But for somebody that just had a you know, big surgery done, not a bad job. Good job.